Welcome to the Love and Victory Show with Val, the place to laugh, sip on a little wine, and have open and honest conversation. Here you will find the tools to resolve real life issues. Unwind, pour up a glass, and get ready to exhale. Alrighty then, we are back with the Love and Victory Show and my fantastic guest, Dave Smith. Oh my God, did I say William? I don't read Dave Smith with Stop Living in the Past. I'm just so grateful that you agreed to come back in and do part 2 of our conversation. Well, we're just going to jump on in here with Stop Living in the Past. Let's just think on that title there for a minute. Well, I had a difficult time. I had a difficult time of not reliving my past. Mistakes. And so I actually have gotten to a place in my life I don't look back a lot. As much, because you can get stuck looking back. It's back there for a reason.
Yeah.
Let me not go grab it.
Yeah.
So do you look back?
So I think about the scripture. The man who holds his plow, you're not fit for the kingdom of God. It's harsh, but if you're looking back. And then think about Lot
come on now,
looking
say it
back.
again,
Lot's
say
wife
it
looking
again.
back
There
and turned
you
to a
go.
pillar of salt.
Yes.
We preaching this more. No, I'm just joking.
No, we are. Yeah, come on now.
So for me, when you look in the past, that is what brings about regret.
Yes.
And I feel like I have, thankfully, through walking with God, been able to release myself of that dwelling on the past. I actually struggle more with dwelling on the future, worried about the future. But since we're talking about the past,
yes,
my struggle is worried about the future. But the past, I feel like I have been able to let go of that in a healthier way, to where it doesn't cause a lot of regret for me. I think that even my mistakes, when people say, what would you do differently in the past? Nothing. Because it makes me be who I am, good, bad, ugly. I just accept that part. That part I've been able to.
Well, I like that you said that you don't struggle with the past.
No.
Because everything that happened in the past got you to where you're at today.
Yeah.
You struggle with what's going to happen in the future. So that goes back to that type personality, wanting to control.
That is exactly what it is.
Okay.
I'm just going to own up to it.
So let's talk about control.
So control was like my security blanket, because I grew up with a lot of instability, moving around, not having basic necessities sometimes.
I never knew that.
Yeah, sometimes some abuse. So I think control was my security blanket, creating structure. Could be why I'm an organizer. But
can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Just hearing that and looking at you don't wear those scars. And there's nobody but God.
Nobody but God.
But the gift, that's where, when I think of you and I hear you describe yourself, I think it has to do with who you was.
Yeah.
And what you went through, and not wanting to ever, and you're giving.
Yeah.
Not wanting to have anyone else feel the pain that you felt in the past. So I don't know. Wow.
Yeah. So that's the control piece. Still something I'm working through, but that's why I have more anxiety about the future. I don't necessarily. I've been able to let the past go. I think I had to, because if I carried all those things, what kind of person would I be today?
Oh my God.
Having all of that,
and
it's nothing but God, because I statistically, based on my past, I shouldn't even be here the way I'm living.
Wow.
Statistically.
Well, do you hold grudges?
I do. I'm gonna be honest. I do hold grudges. I hold a grudge of myself even sometimes, like what I didn't do right.
So that is back to the control.
That's back to the control.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's talk about the grudging.
Okay.
Holding grudge. Do you find yourself holding grudges against your spouse?
Yes. Again, that personal relationship.
Yes.
That's probably the one I hold the grudge against the most.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need some counseling.
Things he did back in the day.
In the day.
I can't let him live. It's terrible.
Why is that?
Well, I know, because I have been through counseling. I think because I didn't communicate it at the time how I felt. I wasn't able to identify the feelings and know that it was okay to talk about things. So those are like compartmentalized right here.
And until those triggers hit.
And it's a grudge. You like holding it hostage based on what he didn't even know he did. Or he did. And so
it should be over when you
it should be over.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, do you find yourself holding grudges in your professional life?
I again have a little more leniency with those external folks, because there's people who have done things and I either have given them the benefit of the doubt, or I have released them from my life. Like, I don't, you know how people say you dead to me?
Well, I know what you're saying.
That's like, okay, you over there? Cool. I ain't got to worry about you.
no problem with cutting them off.
I ain't got no problem with that.
I have to agree with that, too.
Yes,
we don't have no problem with it.
I ain't got no problem with that.
Okay. Well, that's good. You caught that, or you learned that early.
I guess so.
Survival. Can people practice self-discipline in your world? Do you think people can practice self-discipline?
I think they can.
Do you?
I do.
Okay. So tell me how you do that.
If I'm focused on achieving a certain thing, type A. It's gonna get done. Like, the discipline is there. Whatever I put my mind to, I will focus in and get it done. That discipline is there.
It's there.
Yeah. When it comes to, working out like I should or eating like I should, so much.
That's not there.
Not there.
But a goal that
But
you
a goal.
have.
Oh, and so I guess I should apply that same thing to the eating and the exercising. But
yeah, look like you're doing okay to me. I mean,
genes. I don't know. I'm hiding it with the flattering outfits, girl.
They work though. They work. What is the difference between motivating and discipline? Motivation and discipline.
Motivation and discipline. I'm thinking of my kids right now because I would hope that I am giving them a good balance. More motivation though. I feel like motivation is more internal and discipline is more external, right?
Okay, I would say that.
Yeah, because you're given discipline. I can get it from you more so.
Right.
Motivation sometimes comes from within.
But sometimes motivation is also by what you see.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying?
True.
Because sometimes, to be honest with you, full transparency, when we were at the book tour, launch, I was so motivated seeing you. I was so excited. Yes, that day.
I was so excited. I was surprised, first of all.
I literally was. And I was just so proud. And then it was just like, oh my God, she's doing it. And I'm sitting on the stage with her, a platform with her. That was so amazing for me.
Wow.
And I definitely sat back in awe.
Wow.
And then now I have you here on mine.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, a lot of times you don't realize how you impact.
I had no idea.
Literally.
No idea what was happening in that office
moment.
building. Back in the day. No idea that we had that connection to be able to last
this long, 20 years later.
Right.
I mean, literally for me, sitting in that stage that night, you were here and then I was right next to you. Remember how we were sitting up? And as you were talking, full transparent, which has nothing to do with this podcast, guys, forgive me. As you were talking, I was sitting there and I was like, oh my God, she's so, you were just so authentic. You were just so, just yourself. And to know that you had come this far.
Yeah.
And because this was never anything that I desired at that time, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I never imagined myself even sitting here doing a podcast.
Yeah. Well, you came in like a boss. I know that. I was like, okay, girl, I see you.
No.
I mean, I was honored to be on the panel. Excuse me, I remember talking to Tim, like, can I be up there with them? How can I get up there with them?
No.
Because y'all were just motivating, inspirational.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you, thank you. Why do you think so many people give up on their New Year's goals?
Oh, this is one of my favorite things to talk about. I think that the goals are not rooted in authenticity.
Yes.
Or, yes, authenticity. If I say that I am going to exercise every day and eat take out steak and pork or whatever, that kind of meat. That's not being authentic to myself. Because one, I know I like it.
Yeah.
And two, I've never done that before. So where is this idea coming from that where I think that I'm going to miraculously jump to that? You have to take things one step at a time, make tiny tweaks. And I feel like people will say certain things, but don't map it out to where it is achievable, and also something that's motivational, because I don't think that you should put that kind of pressure on yourself
based off of someone else and what they're doing.
Yeah, or even your lofty goals. You have to honor your authenticity, honor your self-care, so that you can give yourself grace along the way to have a cheat day, to maybe don't go hard in the week of January. Let's start with one day, okay, or maybe then add 2 days, okay, and then add 3 days. So that to me is the reason why those New Year's resolutions don't always work out.
I agree. I agree with that 100%. And then I think this is going to be our last question.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. Oh, wow. Let's see. What is the best way someone can prepare to make a change for the new year?
I believe, this is going to sound strange, take a moment to rest. Before you jump into making goals, do what we just did.
Wow, yeah.
Take a moment to reflect and rest so that your mind is clear and you're not just running on fumes. You're not running on a hamster wheel, jumping into the next thing. Take a moment to rest and have a clear mind to say, okay, what do I really want to do? What's really important? What worked last year that I really want to do again, or didn't work that I want to improve? Take a rest before you jump into it.
I love that. I think that that's probably the most profound thing that I heard today. Wow. Is that, and that's a thing that we don't do well as women, that we need to start doing more of.
I agree.
Taking a rest, just sitting back, taking some time. And I'm doing that this
Me
year.
too. I was going to say, I'm pricing when I preach
Let
this
me
year.
tell you, I am.
Let me
Look at you, yes,
girl.
because
Yes.
I am literally going to take off the last 2 weeks.
Nice.
Of this year.
Perfect.
To kind of gather myself, really come back, get my game plan, come back, and really bring some stuff that you guys are going to be blown away for 2023.
Yes.
And so, Ms. Day, I thank you so much in so many ways for just gracing the set of the Love and Victory Show. I do want them to know how to find you.
Okay.
Tell them also you're an author. Tell them all about you.
Yes, so
I want this to come out of your mouth.
Perfect. Thank you so much for the platform. So I am a 3-time author. All of my books are on Amazon, as well as my website, simplicitybyday, DAY.com. And on there you can find how to connect with me. I do have events that I'm hosting.
Yes.
Talking about New Year and New Year's resolutions. The event that I'm hosting is January 7th, the start of the new year. It's called the Wow Factor event.
The Wow Factor event.
Yes.
We're going to make sure that we tag that up under this post for you guys, because, and on there, you're going to give us a link that they can go and purchase tickets.
They can. It's the wowfactorevent.com.
Okay.
You can learn more about it. It's going to be phenomenal for you to start the new year off the way you want to.
Yes.
Discovering your wow factor as well.
Wow. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. And until next time, we love you. Bye-bye.